Good morning, children. So let's learn diversity in living thing. In that, we have to learn about the classification of plants. So we learn the plants are classified on the basis of its habitat where the plants live, or on the basis of their length, means they are divided into herbs, shrub, and trees. Also, according to size and height of their stem, plants can be classified into three types, that is trees, shrub, and herbs. Also, the plant, the stem of the creeper is very flexible, soft and green. It grows rapidly with the help of a support that we learned in our last video. Now, according to the life cycle of plants, according to its growth or according to its life cycle, the plants are divided into three categories, that is annual plants, biannual plants, and perennial plants. So let's see annual plants. Annual, then biennials, and perennials. Perennials. So the three categories. Annual means the plant like jawar. Then the plants like sunflower. They completed their life cycle in 1 year. In 1 year. Okay? Annual means 1 year. They jawar like sunflower. They complete their life cycle in 1 year, so they are called annual plants. Some example, the life cycle of plants like carrot, beetroot, then beetroot. They completed their life cycle in 2 years. In 2 years, so they are biennials. Bi means 2. Okay? Annual, biennial. These plants are the examples of plant. They complete their life cycle in 2 years. That is carrot, beetroot. So they are biennials. Then perennials means they live several years, like mango, bulgur. These plants live for the several years. Okay, they live many years. They live for many years, so they are called perennial plants. So on the basis of its life cycle, they are categorized into three kinds: annual, biannual, and perennials. Okay, now let's see the plants that bears. Let's see now another, that is flowering plants and non-flowering plants. It's a very simple. Flowering plants means the plants which bears the flowers, they comes in a flowering plant, and the plants which do not bear flower, they are non-flowering plants. So there are the different plants such gives of flowers, rose, hibiscus, so that gives us flowers. They comes in a flowering plant, and the plants which does not give us flowers, they are non-flowering plants. Okay, जिनको flowers नहीं आते वो non-flowering plants such as pinus. Okay, so usually they are non-flowering plants. Also the plant, we see different plants growing in different places around us, so that plants can be classified according to their habitat where they grow. Like some are the aquatic plants. Its habitat is aquatic, like lotus, water lily. They only grow in water. They comes in aquatic plant. The plants which grow only in the desert area, like cactus, date, palm, so they grow only in a desert area, so they are desert plants. Then some plants grow in a marshy areas, so their habitat is marshy, so they are classified on the basis of its habitat. Okay, so this is about the classification of plants. Now let's learn diversity and classification in animals. So animals are also different. Animals have developed different shapes also, likewise plants, to survive in the environment. Different animals have different adaptation to survive in the change in the environment. There is a great variety of animals in the body structure too. Some animals are unicellular animals, some animals are multicellular animals. Means the animals which are not able to see, that made up of only a single cell, they are unicellular animals. The amoeba that cannot be seen in our eyes. Okay, so this is the amoeba, is a unicellular organism. Likewise, paramecium is a unicellular organism because we cannot see with our eyes. Opposite to that, elephant, lion, tiger, then camel, they are huge animals. Elephant is very huge. Okay, so we are able to see they comes in a multicellular animals. Then take an example of fish. Fishes are aquatic animals. They have a particular adaptations to adapt themselves to live in water. Their body structure, they swim in water, they have gills for breathing. So they comes in a aquatic habitat. Okay, so they are also different from multicellular animal. They are also different from unicellular organism. They are different from elephants and lions and tigers. Okay, then some butterflies, kites, that they fly in the air. So they comes in an insect, house fly, house lizard, that crawl on the wall, are all animals. They are also different. Each has different characteristics. Okay, each and every animal shows a different characteristics, hence they are classified on the basis of its different characteristics. So animals have body parts like head, neck, torso, tail, limbs for movement. They have various organ systems also to carry out different functions such as circulatory system, reproductive system, then muscular system, skeletal systems. So in this respect too, there is a lot of diversity in animals. Okay, so that animals like snake, lizard, tiger, a fish, an eagle, a hen, a crab, housefly, an earthworm, crocodile, and grasshopper. We see varieties of animals with respect to their food habitat as well. Okay, so different in structure, their food habitat, हर plants, हर animals देखो अलग अलग तरह का food खाता है, हर animals का body structure अलग अलग होता है एक दूसरे से. So also they are found in different places where the food is available. So different animals have different modes of obtaining and eating food also. कोई देखो कोई carnivores animal है, some animals are herbivores, some animals are omnivores, some are decomposers also. Then according to its feeding habitat, they are also categorized into different characteristics. So this leads to a difference in their body structure. The snake, lizard, they crawl on the ground. So that animals also different in structure. Then you know that some animals, we have learned that producing another living thing, that is called reproduction. You know some animals are oviparous animals, means the animals which lay eggs like hen, they lay eggs, so they are oviparous animals. The animals which give directly birth to young ones, they are viviparous animals like dog, cat, human being. So they give directly birth to the animal, other animal. So they are viviparous animals. Okay. Then next, according to their habitat, animals are usually classified into terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, and the animals like frog, salamander, toad live on both the places, on land as well as in water. So they are amphibians animals. A kite, an eagle, crow, butterfly, honeybee, that fly in the animals, so they live in different places. These animals are called aerial animals which live in the air. So the animals shows a different characteristic with different criteria. The animals are classified into different types. Okay, the animals, you know, when you take a drop of water from the puddle and seen under the microscope, you will see unicellular organisms like amoeba, paramecium. They are unicellular, means they live in water. Their body shape is very minute. If you need microscope to see the unicellular organisms, and plants also. Okay, whereas the multicellular organisms, they have multicellular body structures. They are huge, bigger in size. We can see them with our naked eyes. They have various organ system. Okay, children. So this is about the characteristics of and diversity and classification in animals and plants we learn in this lesson. Now always remember, in the living world, a lot of diversity is seen both in plants and animals. So every plant and animal is unique. हर हम लोग कंसीडर करेंगे सारे प्लांट, हर एक प्लांट हर एक दूसरे प्लांट से अलग है, हर एक एनिमल दूसरे एनिमल से अलग अलग कैरेक्टर्स शो करते हैं. So that is the diversity in animals and plants is unique. So we should all make efforts to conserve this diversity in the living world. हमें अगर वो एनिमल्स को हमारे फ्यूचर के जो लोग हैं उनको दिखाने, so we should have to conserve them. ठीक है. So we learn in this lesson, plants are classified on the basis of their height and shape, stem, period of life cycle and habitat. Also we learn animals are also classified on the basis of its cell structure, means some animals are multicellular body, some animals are unicellular body. Vertebral columns also, you know, the vertebral column, it's a backbone. So the animals with a vertebral column and those without it from two groups, that is vertebrates and invertebrates. जो animals को vertebral column है, पीछे का जो backbone है, they comes in a vertebrates animals. और जो animals को vertebral column नहीं है, they comes in a invertebrates. So usually snakes, birds, fish and kangaroo and also humans are vertebral animals, means we have a vertebral column, हमारे जो backbone है we have, so we come in a vertebrate animals. And the animals such as snail, cockroaches, earthworms do not have the vertebral column, उनको vertebral column नहीं है, so therefore they are invertebrates animals. Okay, so we learn Invertebrates, vertebrates animals, we learn oviparous animal जो है oviparous means जो eggs देते हैं वो oviparous animal, जो eggs नहीं देते डायरेक्टली बर्थ करते यंग वंस को बर्थ देते they are viviparous animals. Okay, and some terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, then amphibians we learn in this lesson. Okay, children, so this is the revision of your third lesson. Next video, we will continue with another new topic. So, bye everyone.